for being annoying. It will happen again, Stardust. You two
A long word.
T-Rex with the long one.
I just want to turn off their emotions.
Okay, so first go to setting. Gems, I'm an idiot. I thought that said emojis at first.
No, I'm still willing to try this. Go ahead. Bad settings. What do I do next? Slow down,
Regret at this.
Slow down, Siffrin. I can't catch up. You'll just have to use all the strength you can muster.
Don't say a word.
Delicious.
Isabeau, I said no words.
Oh, I see how it works. 2 weeks ago, we're playing Scrabble. It's not a word. Now, suddenly, it is a word because it's convenient for you. Do you need help getting up? There, I'm cool down here on the floor. Do you have a superpower?
Yep, it's hindsight.
That's not gonna help us.
Yeah, I see that now.
I don't remember that.
Do you remember that night last week when you slept in a revolting door?
No.
Okay. Do you remember when you were chased by those wild dogs for 2 miles?
Not especially now.
It was in between those two things.
My head hurts.
It's your brain trying to comprehend its own stupidity.
Why is you so mean to me?
I'm Darth Vader!
I'm done with everyone's bullcrap.
Get the fuck.
Scissors!
Pardon?
You look good in that hoodie.
Nowhere else I'd look good?
My bad.
Wait, what? What?
I can't tell if you're a genius or just incredibly arrogant.
Well, on a good day, I'm both. You made enough pasta that you could take it to lunch tomorrow. Put it in a container.
Shove the pasta into your face. Do it. Put it in your face. The future is meaningless, but the pasta is now. Right one. What do you call people who you go out? Let me retry that. My brain had a seizure. Right one. What do you call people you go out with, but don't try to sleep with? People? You remind me of the ocean. Because I'm deep and mysterious? No, because you're full of salt and you scare people.
We're going to defeat you with the power of friendship.
We're not friends.
We're going to defeat you with the power of incredible violence. Why would I flip my shit about that?
Because you flip your shit about everything.
Well, will you look at this? Here's my shit, and yet it remains unflipped. Just sitting there on the skillet, getting burned on one side. It's a miracle. There's nothing worse than people using big words they don't understand.
I photosynthesize with this.
Pineapples are... wrong.
Oh, fuck. Do crabs think people walk sideways?
Boniface. What the hell? Life is like Siffrin. It's short.
Here's some flowers. You know I'm allergic. That's the point.
I started school with straight A's and now I'm not even straight. Do you take constructive criticism?
Not without crying. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math. I need life advice.
You came to the right person, Stardust. You think that's cringe? Moms around the world... You're a fucking hoe. You think that's cringe? Moms around the world... I choked. Take 3. You think that's cringe? Moms around the world wait 9 months just to end up naming their kid Siffrin.
Hey, blind you. Good night.
It's tight.
Don't let the bedbugs crawl up into your ear and whisper startling things that make you question yourself. Great, now Bonnie's crying.
I'm not doing too well.
What's wrong?
I have this headache that comes and goes.
Enters room twinkly.
There it is again.
Stop saving the world and get a hobby.
Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Doesn't matter. I'm going to burn your house down.
Editor's note. What the... The stars!
Anyway. Be free, my child.
I did it! I memorized everything in the book. I'm gonna ace this test.
Okay, Siffrin, I'll give you one more question before you go. What ended in 1918?
1917.
You're ready.
What the crab? Craving, buckle up! It's the law!
Now it's time for some witty back and forth banter. You go first. Look, I'm not sure where to go with that.
Ran into Loop in the kitchen at 1 a.m. last night, and when I asked them what they were doing, they just shrugged, said, "These are my roaming hours," and wandered off, strumming vaguely on their guitar. A pessimist sees a dark tunnel. An optimist sees light at the end of the tunnel.
A realist sees a freight train.
The train driver sees 3 idiots standing on the tracks.
You either die free or die trying.
Are those the only choices?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No.
I've been sleeping so little the past few nights that when I go to the alarm app, I click on the power nap button. I don't set up alarms, I set up timers. I'm genuinely surprised you haven't gotten arrested, yet alone gotten a felony yet.
Nat 20 charisma.
That is not how that works.
When life gives you lemons, what do you do?
Make lemonade!
Oh, throw them back up in the sky and make life deal with its own crab.
I still don't have a New Year's resolution. You could lose a few.
You could be less lazy. Don't be such a crab.
Okay, damn, stars!
What kind of sounds annoy you?
Are we talking real sounds or imaginary ones?
Let's say imaginary.
Spiders wearing flip-flops.
A party is a celebration of life, bringing people together to let the guest of honor know how much they're loved. Soup has done so much for us. This is our chance to do something for them.
By forcing them to have fun at a party that they don't want to be at?
I knew you understand. I think you're still suffering the effects of your party last night.
All I drank was Red Bull.
How many?
18.
Bonnie, you're a child!
Wow, I keep stepping on a lot of crunchy twigs.
Those are bones, Bonnie.
Okay,
I never looked down.
you know, it's fine to admit you were wrong.
I just like the way it tastes. Yeah, yippee! Scapping blah blah blah.
Peasants, I require sustenance.
There are other ways to say you want McDonald's.
Speak against me.
What do you want?
Chicken nuggets, please.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your dang lemons. What the hell am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rule the day it thought it could give Siffrin lemons. Do you know who I am? I am the person who's going to burn your house down with the lemons. I'm going to get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
I'm having salad for dinner. Well, fruit salad. Actually, it's mostly grapes. Okay, so grapes. Fermented grapes. It's wine. I'm having wine for dinner.
Why is there blood everywhere?
I may have aggressively poked someone with a knife.
You stabbed.
No, you got it wrong. I aggressively poked someone with a knife. Remember that time when you
don't
dared me
get it cut
to
off
lick a
screen.
swing set?
No, I said, Stardust, don't lick that swing set. And you said, don't tell me what to do and lick the swing set.
Which one of you was going to tell me that tea tastes different if you put it in hot water? You were putting it in cold water?
Mirabelle, answer the question, Mirabelle.
Yeah, I thought people just put it in hot water to speed up the teification process. Didn't realize there was an actual reason. Plus, you think I have the patience to boil water? You don't have the patience to put to microwave water for 3 minutes?
Why are you putting it in the microwave to boil it?
You think I have the patience to boil water on the stove?
It takes less than a minute!
Is your stove powered by the blinding sun?
How long does it take you to boil a cup of water on the stove?
Like 7 minutes?
Just stick the mud on top of the stove on medium heat and it boils in like 2 minutes. Less than that if you use a saucepan.
Why are you putting the whole mug on the stove? On medium heat? Oh, your stove is enchanted!
Single person here is a crabbing lunatic.
Do none of you own a crabbing kettle?
We're having a moment, aren't we?
You mean by a moment, you mean we are not wanting to strangle you for the first time since we met? Then I guess we are.
Lovely Stardust.